King of Carnival has paraded the streets for 15 decades. Now, Rex's 150-year history is on display.
Rob Krieger and Arthur Hardy take us inside the one-of-a-kind exhibit in Carnival Unmasked.
Here in Jackson Square at the Presbytery, you will find an amazing exhibit on the history of Mardi Gras and, very importantly, this year, the 150th anniversary of Rex.
And we'll meet in Rex 2017, Dr. Stephen Hales, who has much to do with this exhibit, as does Wayne Phillips, the curator. You won't believe this. Don't walk, run down and catch this exhibit. It's phenomenal.
Let's check it out. The colors abound inside the Presbytery at the exhibit. The entrance of the exhibit here, we are joined now by Dr. Stephen Hales, former Rex 2017. Glad to have you.
Delighted to be here, finally, to see all this beautiful history up on the walls.
The colors are really fantastic, but it's the glitz and glam of everything else here inside the Presbytery that really catches your eye.
And this exhibit is going to be open through December, so people will have lots of opportunities to see all the wonderful items here on display.
I think one of the additions here that is unique is a cutaway of a float, really. This is our Carnival artists, our royal artists, prepared this at the Den, then installed it here. So you've got the old wooden wagon wheels, you've got a beautiful paper mache figure, all the flowers and ornaments that just define a Rex float.
Arthur, where are we going next? This is
called the Bling Room. No, it's not. But you will see some phenomenal pieces of jewelry here and costume, just over-the-top things that tell a whole story of history all by themselves.
This is half of our city's history, 150 years of carnival history here. And so bringing all this to life both tells the story of the Rex organization, but also it's entwined just completely with the life of the city.
And this is the court, the queens?
Yes, these are all queen's gowns from various periods. We're sort of used in this day and age to having floor-length gowns, but you'll see as you go back over the decades, there's even a time when these queen's dresses were flapper length.
We take our make-believe seriously in New Orleans. And Stephen, when you did your book, the 150th anniversary of Rex, what was the greatest challenge in assembling what you put in the book and what wound up here and what didn't make the cut?
What we found is in the first place, there have been books written about Carnival and about Rex. Pulling all that together over 15 decades is a challenge, but in that search, you find new things. You find something in a newspaper archive you didn't know, or you find something in a collection somewhere that you thought had gone away, but all of a sudden it's here.
If you miss this, you've really missed something. I mean, I've seen many exhibits in the last 50 years about Carnival. Nothing compares to this. And it's more than Rex. It's the whole Mardi Gras institution, if you will, and the whole city. It's the history of Rex is the history of New Orleans.
Now, this is one of the oldest pieces in the exhibit here, and it really embodies how long Rex has been around in this city. And there is one gentleman, Arthur, who has helped procure so much of this, Wayne Phillips, here at the Presbytery. Tell us a little bit about what it took to get all of this together.
This was a monumental effort because we were finding things literally not just in New Orleans, around Louisiana, around the country, even around the world. I brought things over from England and Italy and Australia, and we kept finding these things that were just in basements and attics and closets, sort of waiting to be discovered. It doesn't get more sort of iconic. This is kind of the holy grail of Rex. And I think a lot of people, a lot of collectors, a lot of historians would agree. This is the only object that we know that actually belonged to the very first Rex, Louis Solomon. Through the connections with Stephen Hales, my co-curator and the historian of Rex, he was able to make a direct connection with the Solomon family and discover that they still have it, and not only have it, but treasure it. They were happy to loan it to us.
I can guarantee it's well protected because I've been looking. I would love to have that in my collection, but it's not available at any price.
No, not at any price.
And there's so many priceless things here, Wayne. This has to be a crowning achievement in your storied life of doing wonderful things at this museum.
This really was a multi-year effort, and you know, I feel like just the movie director. You know, I'm the one who sort of had the vision, but there were so many people who kind of rallied around and kind of upped their own game. because they knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 150-year anniversary just doesn't come along very often. You know, to be associated with an organization like that, even on the outside, as a curator, it's a great honor.
Well deserved, my friend.
Well, Wayne, thank you so much for inviting us in. It's certainly something that you don't want to miss. Come out to the Presbytery, check out this amazing exhibit. Arthur, I can't wait to see the 200th anniversary here.
I'll be here to cover it.
Great stuff there. Next week, Arthur and Rob take us up the river for another Mardi Gras exhibit steeped in history in their Carnival Unmasked series.